Hey, what's up guys, Tanler here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some information and everything you need to know about the new upcoming anime-inspired MMORPG Tower of Fantasy. Now before we get started, if you could leave a like and subscribe to help out, it would let the algorithm share the video to more people, and even more people can know about this amazing game. What is Tower of Fantasy? Well, Tower of Fantasy is an upcoming anime-inspired MMORPG being published by Perfect World Entertainment. It bears a lot of visual similarities to Genshin Impact in the way that it's designed and the way that the art style is portrayed, but do not let this deter you. These games are pretty fundamentally different. One is an MMORPG and the other one is a 1 to 4 player co-op RPG game. Still similar in design, but different in their scope. It is an actually fundamental to the book's MMO. There are dungeons, there are groups, there's everything you need in an MMO that is there. There are actual players in the world with you, and not a bunch of NPCs. I know that when I started playing Genshin Impact, I thought it would be this cool open world experience with hundreds of players, only to find out that I could only play with 4 people. As things currently stand, Tower of Fantasy has a lot to go for it. It has character customization, it has a plethora of weapons to use, a couple classes that you could play and have fun with, and tons of ways to enjoy the game. Oh, as well as a really, really good-looking map. Tower of Fantasy is set in a sci-fi-esque-ish world, so instead of the magic that you might be used to in Genshin Impact, there's more stuff relating to science fiction and things around that nature. If you played Genshin Impact, the combat is relatively the same, classes have different abilities that you could use, and there's a ton of weapons that you can get through paying money. But, hopefully, it's not pay to win, let's hope. The game is currently slated for a 2021 release, but I'll get to that later because there's a bit of a complication there. Tower of Fantasy will also be releasing on PC and mobile with cross-play compatibility for both systems, so you can play with your friends on mobile and on PC no matter what. It is amazing. This game is practically everything I've ever wanted. But what's the catch? Now here's the catch. The game, albeit slated for a 2021 release, is only set to release in 2021 for China. A global release, however, is still being looked into and is being heavily considered by Perfect World Entertainment as more and more Western fans are getting to see a taste of the game. So, if there's enough hype for it, it'll eventually come to the West. There have already been multiple betas for the game, and at this point, it is nearing completion. They haven't said anything about delaying the game, so once it releases this year, hopefully, that'll be it for China, and they might work on translating. We hopefully might get it next year. Yes, potentially a year is a long time to wait. However, I am willing to wait that long if it means I get to play such an amazing looking game. I mean, look at it. You can play with your friends who are on mobile and aren't necessarily super hardcore gamers and don't have gaming PCs, but you can also play from your PC or play with your other PC friends who also have all the stuff on the PC. The game pretty much just bridges a lot of communities together, and in a lot of ways, it's also just a fun place to go when you run out of resin in Genshin Impact. I mean, free-to-play players are kind of struggling out here. The game also has PvP, world bosses, dungeons, and so much more that it is looking so promising, and I am excited to get my hands on it. So, when can we play? No clue. We're gonna have to hope and pray on this one. If anything, if I were to guess, they finished up another closed beta just recently, so they're probably polishing up the game before doing an open beta in China, and then seeing where they go from there. We haven't heard anything about a global release for a bit, and the most we've heard is that they are currently looking through their options. So, likely that just means they're gonna probably release it in China first to see how it goes, and then roll it out to the West. Or, if they really want to, they can release it all at the same time, and, you know, get everyone all hyped together, but you know, I'm not a game dev. To conclude, Tower of Fantasy is looking incredibly promising, with a bright future ahead of it, and if we can get it over to the West, I think it would dominate the MMO space. But hey, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to read it. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Tower of Fantasy news, I will be uploading every single day. So see you! I hit my mic.